champion! The world champion!
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion! The world champion!
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Good evening everyone and welcome. This is Split Second Gaming and the talk is over. We're finally here. It's the 13th of February 2022, market for a day of history. It is the pro season, round one here at Abu Dhabi, and the sun is setting on what should be the start of an amazing season here at Abu Dhabi, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and it takes up about 80% of the United Arab Emirate in landmass. So just a little fact for you all. The drivers have been talking it up in the paddock, but let's take a look at the track. Yas Marina, 5.5 kilometers long. It's 345 kilometers top speed with a 209 kilometers in the average speed, 21 turns and an elevation of 10.7 meters. In turn 7 is one of our action zones. We saw a lot of action there with the Academy this week, just past on Monday, as they kicked off the season here in the daytime, mind you. Action zone number 2 is going to be turns 8 and 9, as they will lead into this back DRS zone and setting up for turn 11 for the opportunity to make some great passes, but also when they make that pass, they're going to want to watch those switchbacks and not give away those spots. We should see a lot of action at those 3 points here at Yas Marina, and Pirelli are providing the tyres as usual. We have the C3, C4 and C5 compounds, the softest being the fastest, the hardest being about 2 seconds slower. but as we saw in Academy on Monday night, the mediums will probably be the favoured tyre to choose, so don't be surprised to see that tyre come out for a couple of long stints. Let's look at this new split-second calendar as the Academy and the Pro Series are going to run it side by side. Round 1, of course, here at Abu Dhabi. We saw the Academy here on Monday, and tonight we are here for the Pros. Tomorrow night for the Academy, we go to Saudi Arabia at the new track Jeddah, and the Pros will be there on Sunday. Round 3 sees Australia come into play early in the season instead of finishing up in the round, and then of course round 4 will be Hungary. The boys are definitely keen to take on that track. Round 5 we also see a brand new track come to our calendar, which will be Imola, and then round 6 will round out the first half of this season, which will be Singapore, as we go to a 12-round season. Round 7 is the driver's favourite, Austria. We couldn't let it go. It's here to stay. And round 8 will be Azerbaijan, putting those drivers to the test of the tight circuit there. Then we head off to South America, to Mexico, where they'll be taking on the street circuit in Mexico. And of course, the triple header in the street circuits, we're off to Canada in North America for round 10. Then we'll head into the Easter break, and when we come back, it is Great Britain at Silverstone for round 11. And finishing up the season will be round 12 at Brazil, at the beautiful track there that a lot of the drivers voted on. You can watch it all live on the Split Second media channels on Discord, Facebook, Twitch and YouTube, and of course it's brought to you by Split Second Gaming. Let's take a look at these teams. The first one is one of the new teams this season, Titan Racing. They're born from the Southern Cross Academy, and their team lineup looks like this. Rip the Beans, Rookie of the Year last season. He'll captain this team, and alongside him is his partner in crime from the Academy last year, Crazy Kiwi. Darkness, Abyss and Ty Star will join the team as rookies, and a lot of interesting looks and that have come from Darkness and Ty Star in the pre-season tests. Very fast, look strong as qualifying. Can they push it through their races? Silver Fern, of course, are led by Tomo, the two-time defending champion for the Academy. He'll come on and captain, and he is the team owner of the Silver Ferns. Joining him is a very familiar lineup in Boy Racer and Shaq, as they have come up from the Academy, and of course Volts, the rookie. He didn't quite make it to 5 races with Split Second, so he will be under the rookie card this season as they get it to go ahead. The Mustangs have struggled this season to get their pre-season to get their lineup happening for the Pros literally hours before the race tonight. This is the final lineup finally submitted. 2-5, Old Boy and Tickle and Sui will be their main lineup as they run a whole rookie lineup this season. SJ will be joining them. He's the captain and team owner, and he'll be using one of his 3 subs to join this week's race in the Pros. Second of our 2 new teams, TMC, also known as Marathon Racing Team, will be led by none other than their captain and team owner, Broseph. He had a great season last year in the Academy, and it's a very familiar lineup, as you may recognise them as the Split Second Academy team from last season, as Broseph will be joined by Jay and Paddy, and alongside them is their rookie Alan Santa, who didn't make his 5 races last season in the Academy. Should be very strong for these boys. I wouldn't be surprised with a couple of victories. But then of course coming in last season and out for a rebirth from the ashes is the Phoenix Pro team, led by their captain and team owner Caleb. He'll be joined by 3 rookies as he's trying to rebrand the team. Brainy, Modern Murder and White Chocolate all out to get a great result for the Phoenix this season. Brainy is joining us for the first time since the AGGG days, so it'll be interesting to see how far he has come. That's our lineups for this week. Let's check out now our message for We Riders 1, followed by the national anthem of Abu Dhabi, UAE, and then we'll be back with the pre-show. We Riders 1 is brought to you by Split Second Gaming and Split Second Media. We Riders 1 is dedicated to all who suffer with mental health in all walks of life. If you or someone you may be worried about could possibly be at harm for suicide, please call Lifeline on 13 11 14. You are not alone.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
We ride as one.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
I ride for my brothers and sisters who suffer in silence.
1 in 5 Australian adults have a chronic mental illness.
1 in 4 New Zealand adults are at risk of struggling with mental health.
Unfortunately, Australia and New Zealand mental health statistics have severely worsened through the pandemic.
We ride as one to create support,
Compassion.
love,
Understanding,
And care to all who suffer in silence.
because when we boil it all down,
we recognise that everyone is you, just living a different life.
we now have breakthrough therapies.
For treatment of mental illness,
expediting their research and development.
Reconnection is just around the chicane.
We
We ride.
We ride.
We
ride.
We ride as one.
one. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is round one, pro season. We're finally here. We've been waiting for it, and it is here for us now. The drivers haven't stopped talking all week. They've been itching since they saw the Academy get on the track on Monday night, and that's right. We're here at Abu Dhabi, under the lights for the pros. They're excited. They're itching to get in and run. They're even trying to tick in before I even get the pre-show done. So I'm telling you right now, these guys are going mental. They want to get on track. They're itching. Just remember, the whole format has changed from Academy. These guys worked their butts off last season to get recognised. We've got some rookies, as you saw in the pre-show, and it's going to be exciting stuff. Qualifying's changed. Pros, they'll be running a full qualifying session of the 3 qualifying sessions like in real Formula 1. We'll have Quali 1, Quali 2, and then Quali 3 will be the top 10 shootout. So that's going to be exciting, something we haven't seen for a long time here at Split Second, not since the AGGG days. So that's going to be really good. Talking about AGGG, we have someone returning, and that is Brainy. He's done a lot of work, and he's been picked up by the boys back there in the Split Second, or now known as the TMC or the Marathon team. So those boys have picked him up. It'll be good to watch him and see what he does. He's also got the status of rookie this season, so maybe he can even pick up an award or two. But he'll definitely be out there to challenge and prove himself worthy of the title pro. Now, talking about pro teams, as you might have seen, we've got 2 new teams different to the Academy, and that is the Titans, who have been born from the Southern Cross team, and they'll be taking on their name as the Titans, or Titan Racing, and of course TMC, also known as Marathon Racing Team. Now, the boys have actually ticked in and gone straight to qualifying. So the session has actually started, which means we're not going to get much of a pre-show here, unfortunately, guys. I'm not going to be able to give you a lot of information because we're going to have to go straight to the track, unfortunately. So I do apologize for that. We are meant to have a system in place, but apparently they've been given the green flag by the commissioner, so that's his call. So we'll have to jump into quali once the boys do get to track. I'm keeping an eye out for you. Once we get a car on track, I'll go straight down to the track for you at Abu Dhabi. Now, they are qualifying under lights. They're qualifying under, they'll be racing under lights. So a big night for the boys. Temperatures are a bit different to what we saw with the Academy boys. So the question will be, will that medium tyre actually be the tyre they go for, or will the softs hold up a little bit longer? We saw the tyre deg of around 8 laps, 9 laps on Monday night. When the boys raced in daytime in the Academy. We might see something a little different tonight because they're under lights. Temperatures are going to be different. Those hard tyres might last a little longer. They might be a little faster. We'll just have to wait. The boys are racing at the moment, qualifying. It's a 17, 18-minute qualify for the first session. 18 minutes. Then they'll get 12 in qualifying 2. We'll lose 5 drivers, and then we'll have the final top 10 shoot it out in 12 minutes, I think it is. So it's 18, 15, and 12 minutes, sorry. So that's how it will work. The battle is going to commence. SJ and Broseph are punting it on each other, so this should be interesting. We've got a couple of the guys going out on outlaps now, so we will get out and join them. Just remember, if you're joining us on Twitch, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Same on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Share us as well and like us. Comment all night. We've got the mixed comments coming up on all streams, the multi-stream, so we'll try and get to you guys there, and shout-outs. And if you're on Facebook, guys, like, follow, share with all the communities, and please, if you've got stars, start sending them our way. We'd love to start seeing those. But we're going to head down to the track now, guys, and we're at Abu Dhabi under the lights for qualifying. And we will be joining... The first driver we'll be watching as we join will actually be Kiwi in the Southern Cross car. So let's go live to the track now. Alright, so we're live on track now. This is going to be the night here, guys, as we're on with Kiwi first, as he's actually about to start a starting lap. So this should be a great start for him tonight. Don't forget too, we didn't get to do it in the pre-show, but don't forget too, guys, that we've got all our links popping up at the bottom there, as well as our shows will be popping up as well. So the shows this week, don't forget, tomorrow night we're at Jeddah with the F1 Academy Series, and the Thursday night we will have our normal talking split with Sinner and friends, and then of course every Sunday join us here live now as we start the season off here in Abu Dhabi with the pros. So don't forget that, guys, as that will definitely be one not to miss every week, even if you only join us once a week. Alright, so 20 drivers tonight. As you can see them, they're all there on track. We'll just stay here with Kiwi, as he looks like he'll be one of the first to set a lap. Talking about laps, let's do what you guys like to see. Let's get that lap data up. Let's get that track map up so you can see where all the damage is coming from on the track. To all our viewers out there, welcome to Split Second. This is our first season ever, the inaugural season for pros, and we are in qualifying. We're on with Crazy Kiwi at the moment. We've got a slow sector. It looks like just slower cars in Sector 1. They're under the lights for qualifying. It's going to make a huge difference, and they'll be under lights for the race as well. But we're here with Kiwi, and that's a beautiful looking livery for the new Titans team, as he's going to come around under Yas Marina Hotel here under that bridge, one of the most famous racing sections of a track that is known worldwide. So it looks like he will pop up one of the... Oh, Kiwi, he's out it. He's DNF'd. He is DNF'd in quali and not set a time. He's going to have to start at the back, and that was massive. That's going to slow down a few of these guys coming through. That is huge. Absolutely massive, as he's hit the ripple strip, gone outside the ripple strip, and then brought him straight back into the fence. And that is some harsh news there for Kiwi, as he was planning on being at the front of the pack. We'll jump on with Jay here, who's on in Sector 3 as well, and he'll be coming around to that mess. Fastest lap at the moment set by Shaq in the Silver Ferns, and then the Split Second boys are out there all with similar times, very close to each other in second, third and fourth. But Jay here to be the fourth one in the team in the new livery for TMC, sorry, not Split Second anymore, not in the pros, they are TMC, and Jay goes to third, still with yellows waved in Sector 3. So let's have a look and see who else is out on track there. That's the livery for TMC. Volts is out there for the pro team of the Silver Ferns, rocking that traditional black livery, and he'll stay in 7th. Rip the Beans is obviously the captain, as you saw, of the Titans team, and he will hold down the fort there in his brand new looking Titan. Then we've got SJ, who's not out yet. Ty Star, he is out there at the moment, out on track. 2.5's not out on track yet for the Mustangs. Darkness is out on track, and he's on an out lap. Tomo for the Silver Ferns, he's in second sector. Let's stay with him there. So around this back part of the circuit in sector 2 is Tomo, and it looks like there is a Phoenix behind him. So that'll be Caleb or Brainy, who's sitting out there in 19th and 20th. As Tomo's going to come around, those curbs are going to catch them out if they overuse them tonight. I can tell you that. We've already seen Kiwi drop out with a crash first in less than 5 minutes into the session. So a bit unfortunate start there for the Titans. What kind of time is he going to set? And Tomo is going to run a 137, almost a 137 flat, almost a 137.1 too, is a 1 there. So he'll go to 4th, and we will move down the line and have a look at some of the other drivers. Caleb was the one behind him, and that's the Phoenix livery. And I got to say, it is a absolute stunner of a livery out there. Probably the best looking livery out there, I'd say, next to the Titans. And Rip, he's up into second place there. Shaq's still holding down first. Paddy's in 3rd. Tomo's in 4th. Alan Santa's in 5th. Caleb's sitting in 6th. And Jay is in 7th there. Boy Racer goes to 8th. Broseph, the captain, he's in the pits. He's in 9th. Brainy, there he is, the one we talked about before the show. He's in that beautiful looking livery of the Phoenix. He's on a lap. Let's stay with him. Let's actually go for a ride with him. So turn it up as we go for the rest of the lap with Brainy. Looks like that's going to be an in-lap for him. It is. So we'll switch it up here. Let's have a look. SJ's not out yet. We've got Ty Star. 2.5's coming out. So we'll keep an eye on him. And there's the first look at a livery for the new Mustangs. We're rocking those new colours. No longer white, red and blue. They are rocking now the blue with the fluoro yellow. And I got to say, it doesn't look too shabby out there either. Definitely a lot sharper and slicker than their Academy ones we saw on Monday. I definitely like that one. This one. The one on in Academy is very loud. It's not a bad livery, it's just very loud and noticeable as well. So this will be very interesting. Mr. Beans, Bender and Formula are out there for the Mustangs. Literally last minute decisions. So we lost two drivers out that were meant to be there. So 2.5 and SJ are there. But Mr. Bean, Bender and Formula are out there. So that should be interesting. And 2.5 is still on his out lap. Darkness, he's on a flyer here as he's coming down to the hotel. Let's see what he can do. As he will definitely be trying to prove that he can get a top time. That's a deleted lap. Formula's out there in Sector 1. He's in 18th at the moment. Let's go along with him as we haven't put much time on for these Mustangs. We'll have a look there. And he's running number 58. And Shaq has retired from the session. I believe that is just a retirement. That is not a DQ. I don't believe. There's no black dots in a yellow sector, so that is just a just a retirement. So he believes he's done enough to hold on to first. As there's 6 minutes left in this sector, he definitely won't get knocked out. Just remember, the bottom 5 are eliminated here. So at the moment, Kiwi definitely will be out and not running. Modern Murder yet to set a time, and we're watching Formula at the moment yet to set a time as he runs through a yellow sector. The cars in front are going slower. They're going to have to stay out of his way as he's on this hot lap. They wouldn't want to get caught out here, and he has overrun the curve, and there is a deleted lap. The pressure is on now for him. Modern Murder moves up into third, along with White Chocolate. So the good start so far for a possible good run tonight for the Phoenix. Remember, they are out for redemption after coming last season in the Academy Series. So they're definitely out for redemption. If you are joining us, welcome to Split Second F1. This is the Pro Series. We're starting tonight. You haven't missed a thing. And disqualified for the session, Jay, parked in a dangerous position. So that will hurt. As Jay will, as he's parked in a dangerous position. I missed what's happened there. But he will automatically be missing out on the rest of qualifying. So I'm sure that will go to the stewards to either be lifted or anything. No one's winning at the moment, Slayer, as this is just qualifying. Rip has retired from the session. I believe he was in the pits. We've got everyone else in the pits here. We've got a yellow sector on the main start there, on the start-finish line. I'm trying to see what exactly is going on with the start-finish line and why is it yellow. But it looks like that's cleared up now. That might have been where Jay was parked or spun. Yeah, this is qualifying, so we've still got a few minutes to go. A shout out to Sir Slayer, Tim Davis there on YouTube tonight watching us. Don't forget to like, share, follow and comment. Corey out on Twitch, shout out to him. Shout out to Lynx, shout out to Junior, shout out to Brett Allen, shout out to Racer. Shout out to SJ Broseph, shout out to DRW Hoons, and we'll keep those shout outs going all night. Stay with us as Volt's out there now trying to better his third place. So far Shaq and Rip have retired their cars. They're happy to sit where they are at the moment. Remember, we lose 5 drivers. We've already lost Jay and Kiwi. Modern Murder's happy to sit there. 2-5, he's out there in 6th at the moment. We'll see what he can do. He's one of the next ones to cross the line. Well, he will be the next one to cross the line. So we'll see what he can do right now. And apparently the track is biting hard. There's some slower cars there in Sector 2. But if you're just joining us, it is a 3-section qualifying. We're losing 5 drivers each section. First section we lose 20 to 15. So Ty Star's on that bubble right now. Darkness is going to be looking to get up there, along with Mr. Banana Bender and Formula. They're both going to be trying with 3 minutes to go. They've got to get up there and not get cut out. 2-5, he can't better that time. He might go again here. But let's have a look down the track. Broseph and Brainy reasonably safe at the moment. There's only really 3 spots to be eliminated from. So Darkness, Bender and Formula are going to have to do something. Broseph's looking strong there. Brainy, he's coming around now. He's looking like he could put in a good lap here as he's going to come around that last section. He might even move up the field a little bit if he can get moving off that last turn and get the grip. He does. He moves into the top 10. That would make him feel pretty comfortable right now. SJ in 14th, the leader of the Mustangs. He actually races Academy. He's subbing tonight. He's out on an early sector. We'll keep a close look because he's on the bubble. Ty Star, Bender and Formula, they're all out at the moment. SJ on the bubble. Can Ty Star take it from him with just under 2 minutes to go? Around 2 minutes, sorry. 2 minutes 30 to go exactly. Here we go. Jay saying his car bogged out and couldn't drive, so maybe a possibly engine problem, and he has slowed right down. SJ has slowed right down there. So Ty Star, can he make it? He's in Sector 2. Let's stay with him here. He needs to go better than a 138.0. If he can get into the 137s, you would assume he'd be safe. We're seeing a lot of yellow flags on the track for slowing down. Couple of games being played at the back there by SJ and another member as TieStar's coming through. But they are slowing right down and even slowing down the cars behind them maybe as they'll come into the chicane. So we'll just have a quick look and come back to TieStar. But SJ definitely looking for a draft behind someone, but they're slowing down the field. And they've got to keep in mind that there's cars behind them going for it as well as SJ slows down. And I did miss it, but Formula is up into fourth place with his teammate 2-5 in fifth. Puts Broseph on the bubble, who's out there now. He's going around the back here. So Broseph's on the bubble. SJ, he's got to get off that bubble. They've got a minute to go. This is going to come down to the wire. These guys here behind Broseph will be the ones that go on that last lap. Cars are slowing down in Sector 2 there after turn 7. So the question's going to be, who's going to get a shot at it? So at the moment, Broseph's dropped down. Boyd Racer's on the bubble. Broseph's got to get better than a 137.4. He's got to be about 100th. Oh, and Brainy's retired. He is out. Brainy has retired. Brainy with the DNF. Not good. That's going to affect those cars coming around the back there. I think it's already affected Broseph. But Brainy at the moment in 15th with the registered time. Broseph pulls out of his lap. He will not get to have a better chance at it. He is out. SJ, no chance of going better. He's out. Banana, can Bender upset the cart here? Or will we see 14 in the next section? That was a huge crash by Brainy. Banana will be one of... There you go. There's the checkered flags. Those drivers can't do better. SJ is out. Broseph, he won't get to better his time. Banana is the only one that can knock out into the top 15 to keep 15 cars going through to the next section. Will he be able to do it? The pressure's on him for the Mustangs. They've got 2 up in the top 5. Can he get up there and give them 3 cars into the next session of qualifying? We've already lost a TMC, we've lost a Phoenix, and we've lost a Titan. 2 DNFs already. And Jay, unfortunately, getting bogged down apparently and getting a disqualification. And Banana is now done a deleted lap, so he will be stuck in 18th. That will be Banana, and he's done for the night for qualifying. So that is going to pretty much be the order. A couple of the other guys might try and slip up a couple of positions there, but really Darkness probably won't try, and neither will Boy Racer. But that's a deleted lap. Broseph, he's definitely not going to get another lap in, as he'll come around here to secure the checkered flag for himself for qualifying 1. There is a minute left on the clock, or a minute 40 left on the clock, but I don't think they'll let him go through. He'll cross the line and get the checkered flag. He does. Boy Racer's the only one out there at the moment. He is up on his time as he comes around, and this will finish the qualifying for round 1. In qualifying 1, will he do any better? Will he bump himself up? We didn't see, but I don't think he did. I think he just fell off there. Don't forget, if you're joining us, guys, welcome to Split Second Gaming. This is our first inaugural night for our inaugural season for the pros. All right, let's do a quick recap of the qualifying here. A beautiful night in Abu Dhabi. Shaq at the moment is leading in qualifying with Rip in second, Volts in third, and Formula gets up fourth with 2-5 sitting out and holding out the top 5. Tomo and Modern Murder are going to hold out in 6th and 7th with White Chocolate in 8th. Alan Santa, the only TMC car in the top 10, with Dark Abyss being the second car for the Titans in the top 10. Paddy, TieStar, Caleb, and Boy Racer will move on to the next round, and your eliminated cars are Brainy, who DNF'd, Broseph in 16, SJ in at 17, and then 18th was 18th was Banana Bender, and 19th was Kiwi, with Jay being disqualified, unfortunately. So we saw some big accidents there. We'll probably see a couple more coming in to this next session of qualifying. Only with 14, as we had a disqualification and 2 DNFs, but one of the DNFs was holding that position of 15th. So, should be interesting here. Let's put it on the laps they qualify on, because whatever they qualify on here will be the laps, will be the tyres that they start on. So we'll keep the tyres up tonight on the second quali, and see how things go from here. So we're waiting for a car to go out. They've got 15 minutes in quali 2. And we got some movement from one of the Phoenix cars. So Phoenix have got 3 cars in this session. The Titans have got 3 cars in this session. Mustangs have picked up 2 cars in this session. But the Silver Ferns, all 4 cars in the top 15 for this session to have a crack. So that's going to be pretty good looking for these boys. Can they put all 4 in the top 10? So Volts, he goes out, the rookie, he goes out for a run. Let's have a look as well. The other car that came out was Modern Murder, as it looks like he's actually behind Volts or Tomo. Sorry, Volts or Shaq. Excuse me while I have a drink there. Let me know how the stream's going at home, guys. How does it sound? How's it looking? Let me know, and I'll keep up with those comments. Brainy ... So, not a lot coming out from Brainy there. We might see if we can get a couple of boys in for a chat that are out at the moment. We might actually talk to Brainy if he's watching. We'll try and get him in here for an interview. Brainy, if you're there, jump into the show now, mate, and we'll have a chat. So, Modern Murder's out, X-Formula is out now, or Formula is out now too. So, he's on an actual lap. Let's see if he can set a time. There's a couple of cars in front of him too, but we'll just go with him now. Give the Mustangs some time to have a run here. So, he's definitely looking a little bit better than that first run. So we'll see what happens. But if any of those 5 or 6 that were out want to jump in for an interview, feel free to jump in, guys. If not, stay focused, and best of luck in your race. But Formula, he's going to try and get a decent time here if he can. Remember, the next 4 will be eliminated. The last 4, so 14th, 13th, 12th and 11th will not go on to qualifying 3 at the moment. But we got 5 ended up out now. So we lost SJ as well, which was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. But we lost 2 of the TMCs. Caleb has retired from the session. Was that an accident? It was an accident in Sector 1. Looks like White Chocolate's going through that sector now. We can't see Caleb's car anywhere. That's unfortunate, but Caleb definitely a DNF there in 14th. So that's going to hurt his chances there to move up the field. But yeah, so the guys are out. So 3 more spots will be eliminated tonight in this second qualifying session. So Caleb is out for the Phoenix, leaving Modern Murder and White Chocolate to keep that flag waving. As those Phoenix cars, I got to say, have got livery of the season. They are absolutely stunning out there, the Phoenix cars. They've gone with the same livery in both categories, both pros and academies. And talking about academies, join us tomorrow night for Academy Racing as we go to Jeddah. And Alan Santa is out. Alan Santa is out in, it looks like, Sector 1 as well. There's no cars around Sector 1 for me to click on to be able to have a look, but it looks like he's had a off down near turn turns 5. Okay, we've got some cars coming down there now. Can we see the car of Alan Senna? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's being cleared from the track. But Alan Senna will be a DNF as well. So that could be costly as we're on with Shaq now. At the moment, Formula holds the fastest lap in qualifying 2. But don't forget too, guys, every Monday is the Academy race at 6:30 p.m. We're here. Tomorrow night we're at Jeddah. So we'll finish up the show here tonight and we are flying off to Jeddah. Most of the Academy teams and drivers are there ready to go. SJ's got a long flight tonight after racing here with his boys. He's going to have to get on his little private jet for the Mustangs and head on over to Saudi Arabia. Luckily for him, it's not that big of a trip this week. But Shaq looking strong here to take that fastest lap, but he pulls into the pits. So at the moment for qualifying 2, Formula's looking like the fastest with Modern Murder Paddy. Shaq in 4th, Volts in 5th. White Chocolate's down in 6th and he's there going again. He's going to have another crack. He's on the mediums. Then we got Rip in 7th. 8th is Ty Star. 9th is 2-5. Alan Santa out on an accident there. Darkness, Tomo and Boy Racer down there in the cutoff. They would want to start getting a move on in order to maybe get themselves out of danger with only a few minutes left too. Now, White Chocolate is looking strong. He had a couple of purple sectors, but I think a car behind him might have taken them off him. So he's got a good chance here to bump himself from 6th up to the top. This second lap apparently as well. But he's looking strong. It's not a deleted lap. He's got one more turn to go. These turns have been biting hard. What's he going to do here? And he does. He goes to 2nd, so he's definitely improved his position. And Modern Murder is in 3rd, and he's doing a lap now on the mediums as well. Only Volts is out on the softs and could possibly be starting this race on the softs. As 2-5 moves to the front of the pack with the fastest lap of a 1:36.281. And Volts has just finished sorry. I've got them on the that was right, on their fastest tyre. There you go. Oh, sorry, no, that was the gap. We need them on their best tyre. There you go. That's what they'll be racing in if that's what they qualify on. A shout out to TI 2008 who's followed us. A shout out to Ziggy O'Hare who's followed us. A shout out to Fang 179 who's followed us. Thank you very much, guys. That is awesome. Love the work. Don't forget to join in on the chat. Like, share, follow, subscribe. Get involved with us. Join our Discord if you want as well to become a member and join us in the members area. All right, so top 10 will go through to the next round. Those Titans are looking a little strugglesome out there at the moment. They're going to have to maybe consider, with 6 minutes to go, putting on those softs and running a soft strategy maybe. Kiwi, unfortunately, the only one not to go through for their team in this session as he had an accident very early in Quali 3. Rip moves into 10th, Ty-Star in 11th. Darkness is down. And a couple of the cars are moving around here as we're watching a Boy Racer in 7th. So we've got the 2 Mustangs up the front in 2-5 and Formula at the moment. Tomo's up into 3rd for the Silver Ferns. 2 Phoenixes in White Chocolate and Modern Murder in 4th and 5th. Paddy, the only surviving car left in the TMC team, sitting in 6th. Boy Racer, Shaq and Volts in 7th, 8th and 9th. We're watching Boy Racer. He's trying to do better than what he is at the moment in 7th. At the moment, outlaps for Beans, who's on the bubble. Ty-Star and Darkness is in the pits. TI 2008 is asking, who do you think is going to win? Well, look, in all honesty, this is the first race of the season. I'm not 100% sure. Going off what we saw at Bahrain at the test session last Sunday, I would have to say that there is 4 possibilities. And I would say Tomo is one of them. Boy, we can't go past Shaq. And of course, we saw Darkness and Kiwi have a good run as well as Rip. So I reckon it's an open run. Even the Phoenix have got some great drivers this season. So, and those TMC boys are dangerous, especially if they're on the right right runs as we saw in the off season. So I don't know. I'll tell you what. I got to back my boys tonight. I'm going to say one of my boys, hopefully for the win. But realistically, I think Tomo will be the one to watch as Boy Racer retires the car. Well, not retires, but retires the lap. Tomo, he's out there as well. He's in Sector 3. He is well over the lap time, so he won't be bettering himself. Let's see. We've got to find out what's going on with these boys in the Titans. With 4 minutes to go, they're yet to set a time. TieStar in Sector 1. We'll stay with TieStar because Darkness is on an outlap and TieStar has really got to get some time up there. Rip the Beans yet to set a time. The only three yet to set a time as Shaq makes the fastest lap on those mediums. At the moment, Volt's the only one starting on softs in the top 10. You can't ever rule out Shaq. He had a good run when he ran with us last season in Academy. We haven't seen 2.5 or Formula. They're new drivers. Tomo, the two-time defending champion, back-to-back champion of Academy. We can't rule him out. White Chocolate had some good runs when he joined us for 2 or 3 races last season. Modern Murder, we haven't seen race with us, I don't think, or he might have had 1 race last season. Boy Racer, you can never rule him out. He's always consistent. And Volts, he's unpredictable. Rip goes to 4th, putting Volts on the bubble. Can TieStar get himself into the top 10? Remember, the top 10 move on to qualifying 3. We've got 3 minutes left. TieStar starting to feel the pressure. 1:20 as he's going to come around this turn here and go under the hotel bridge. Can he get himself into the top 10? The pressure's on. There is at least 7 cars in the pits out of these 14 that are there. Boy Racer has left the session. That's going to hurt as he goes onto the bubble and Volts goes up into 2nd. TieStar goes onto the bubble and knocks Boy Racer down as he's disconnected from the server. Darkness, what can he do? He can knock his own teammate back down. He's the only one. TieStar's going to have to try and get another lap in that 3 minutes. All of them are going to really want to do this. It's going to be a massive run in this last 3 minutes to make the top 10. They'll fight for it. All of them will. And I reckon we'll see some fast laps coming. Don't go away. This next 2.5 minutes is going to be massive. Watch it with glued eyes. Boy Racer's joined back in. He's got to try and redeem himself. He's now being pushed out into the elimination marker. Center at the moment. Where will he end up? Most probably will end up in 13th if Darkness can't get it. Formula has retired, so has 2.5. And they're just retired from the session. They're happy. They don't think they'll be knocked out. They think they're strong in the top 10. The Mustangs are saving tyres. Remember, they've only got so many tyres to run. If they damage them too much or put on too many sets in quali 1 and 2, they could really struggle come race time. Darkness here. He's still on a green lap. Rip's retired. Here we go. Can he get himself, last turn, can he get himself out of the elimination zone? He's looking at 137. He does. He's up into 5th. He'll be safe. Paddy on the bubble. TieStar in 11th. Boy Racer on the cusp of being eliminated too. And Alan Santa goes to 13th. So what are we going to see here from TieStar? He still stays in 7th. He's going to start another lap. We're going to have to stay here with him. It's the only one that really makes an interesting point at the moment in qualifying. Paddy on the bubble. Shaq has retired. He feels safe. TieStar now going to push it. 1:10 to go. If he can get across that line with a decent time, it will push him up and save him. And we'll see 3 Titans going into the top 10. At the moment, it stands Shaq in 1st, Volt in 2nd, the 2 Mustangs of 2.5 and Formula in 3rd and 4th, then followed by 2 Titans in Darkness and Rip, then the 3rd Silver Fern in Tomo in 7th, then the 2 Phoenix of White Chocolate and Modern Murder in 8th and 9th, Paddy, the only remaining TMC driver in 10th, and then that rounds out the top 10. The 2 on elimination at the moment. TieStar, who we're watching right now, and Boy Racer, we're waiting to come out. TieStar with the fastest 1st and 2nd sector, according to the map just then when it popped up, and he goes into Sector 3. Could he take this and knock Paddy out giving all of the TMC cars a drop out of P1. Sorry, Q1. What can he do? Here we go. This is going to be massive. A shout out to TI 2008 or 08. No one won last week, mate. This is the inaugural first race, and that's going to put him up, and we're going to miss because the clock went. I don't know if he made the gap. Did he make the gap? It's Modern's first race. Thank you for that, Gobby. All right, here we go. Here's your top 10. I don't think he made it. He did make it. There you go. So let's round it out. Your top 10 going through. Shaq gets first. Volts is in second. Tystar got himself into third. 2-5 and Formula for the Mustangs will go in for the top 5. Dark Abyss is in with Rip, their captain. Tomo will go into 8th. White Chocolate in 9th. And Modern Murder will round out your top 10. Paddy, Boy Racer, Alan Senna and Caleb are the ones that have been eliminated. An epic run for these boys. An unfortunate run for TMC in their debut tonight. But the big thing is there is no 4 drivers to any one team, but your top 10 now will be pushing hard to qualify. The Phoenix looking strong, so are the Silver Ferns, and I don't think we can outrule any of the other drivers. Mustang having a strong showing as well as the Phoenix there. They are looking really good too. The only team not to get a car into the final 10 or the top 10 was a TMC, so the Marathon boys are going to probably be off working on their qualifying this week. So let's get into getting those things up that you like. The lap data, the track's already up. I'm going to reset that track so we get that. I'm not putting the telemetry up. We will go the fastest lap, and doesn't matter what tyres they do qualify on, but we will keep it up there for this anyway. So there you go. That's what we're going to run with. Again, your top 10 for this shootout. 12 minutes. Volts, Rip, Tystar, 2-5, Darkness, Tomo, Shaq, Formula, White Chocolate, and Modern Murder. This is going to be huge. So the Silver Ferns with 3 cars, the Titans with 3 cars, Mustangs and Phoenix with 2 each, and TMC or Marathon Racing missing cars as they all start coming out now. 2-5, the first one out on track. Right behind him and his teammate in Formula. This is going to be massive. So Marathon, unfortunately, they're in the pits watching the top 10 qualify now. This is going to be a huge session as these boys come out of the pits. We'll come back to 2-5 at the moment. He will be the first one to set a lap out there. If you are joining us, this is the Titans livery. We just saw the Mustangs. They're going to be out there pushing hard. Rip is not out on track yet. Volts for the Volts is out there for the boys as well. For the Silver Ferns, he's a rookie. He's looking to go hard. The 2 Phoenix cars, and I've got to say the best livery on track this season, are going to be trying to push hard as well. As it looks like the way qualifying will work here for these top 10 on the first run is actually going to be the 2 Mustangs will go up across that track first. Starting with 2-5 by the looks of it, and he's going to be coming around under that hotel bridge right now at Yas Marina, the Yas Marina Hotel. So we are going to run the first lap with 2-5. Let's jump on board with him. Let's take the graphics off, and this is what you're going to see. Turn up that volume, and I'll turn down the mic. sorry about that. I was trying to find that accident as Modern Murder is out in 10th. So he will start in 10th. And he DNFs, so that's gonna be unfortunate. But 2.5s, what kind of time is he gonna set? Oh, he deletes the lap, that hurts. So Formula was the next one behind him. Oh, excuse me. What kind of lap will Formula set here? They've got 8 minutes to go. They're all out on softs. No one trying to save any softs for the race, and Formula will set it at a 1:35.5. I don't think that will be quick enough. Behind him is Volts. Let's see what kind of time Volts puts up here. I do apologise for interrupting that lap we did with Formula. However, there was an accident. Murder is out. And a 1:35, he'll go to the top of the table there. We got another Silver Fern coming through, and that is Shaq. He'll go to second. Darkness sets in the 4th time. Trying to find another car out on track. Here we go, Tomo. He'll be coming around now. Let's see what kind of lap he sets. Will he be up there as well on the times? Dark Abyss is retired. And that's a deleted lap. So Darkness is retired. Where has he retired? It must be at the top of the hill. It's definitely grabbed a couple of them. And we'll probably miss him as Tomo had a deleted lap. We might see this car here for Darkness, maybe, but he'll go to 9th if everyone else sets a time. Yeah, you can see the skid marks there under that green light. He went off the track there. It seems to be very popular tonight. That patch, it's almost like the graveyard in Australia. Deleted lap for Shaq. Formula is on a deleted lap. White Chocolate, he's on a hot lap. Here we go. Tomo, not much further up the road to him. As he goes around the turn. Turn 7 that was there. One of our action zones tonight. So, a big DNF there for Darkness. Not exactly what he wanted on debut, but he will start in the top 10. Got to remember too, guys, that the traction control's down on this compared to the Academy, so there's a lot of drivers here learning to drive still with this type of traction control it is on, and it's on medium. So it puts a lot of pressure on the guys to do. And we'll see what happens here as White Chocolate. He's going to try and push this Phoenix up, but I don't think he's going to have what it takes to get him up any further. But Volts is looking strong at holding that spot. Shaq may come through. And we've also got Formula sitting strong there. He set the first lap. A lot of the boys are in the pits now. Let's see, we've got 4 drivers yet to set a time as he's going to run this into the pits. White Chocolate was on an out lap. Rip's coming out now. We're going to stay with Rip, the rookie of the Academy. As we go with Rip here. I know it's an out lap, but he's the only one on track. He's definitely going to want to get that car as far up as he can because he's after redemption. He lost by 6 points last season to defending champion and 2-time back-to-back champion Tomo. Lost by 6 points in the last race last season in Australia. He went on and won the race in Australia, but it still wasn't enough with Tomo having the DNF to be able to get that championship. He took Rookie of the Year for the Academy, but what will he do this season? Big things on this man's shoulder as he is captain of this team, and he has cut that turn. That could end up an issue later on. We'll find out. As one of the policies are that they can't deliberately cut turns unless it's avoiding an accident. There's no one out on track with him, so we'll see what comes of it, if anything. So let's see, he'll be the first one to set a lap. There's 4 minutes to go. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, 6:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time or Greenwich Mean Time 11+. We are at Jeddah for the Academy Racing, and they're going to be putting on a show like we saw here on Monday night. Should be a great race. Don't forget to join us there. Like, share, follow, comment as we get underway with Rip. 3 minutes 40 left on the clock. What will we see happen with these boys down at the bottom? There's 8 left in qualifying. Will they push Abyss down, or will Abyss sit in 5th? They've got to log times here. 2 of the Titans lacking to put on a time. 1 Silver Fern and 1 Mustang still yet to put on a time. That's the fastest sector of the night going there. This should be good. He's on for it as he gets a purple sector in Sector 1. What can Rip do? He's going to push this car to the max, I guarantee it. DRS is open as he's going to come down into this sector here of 8 and 9, I think this is. Yes, it is 8 and 9. Can he get through here cleanly? Nice and smooth. Looking good. Rides those curbs nicely. And he keeps pushing. What can he get on the clock? As he's going to push hard with that DRS open. Rides the outside curb. Comes in for a nice angle on this chicane. As he'll whip it around this nice left-hander, 90-degree left-hander, and start sweeping around towards the hotel. He's on the move, and he's pushing hard. He's almost finished Sector 2. He's in Sector 3 now. Let's see what he can do. I think he's going to be close here. He's going to be up in 1st or 2nd, maybe, if he can push this through. He's still got a long way to go, but I reckon he's going to do it. I reckon he's going to be up in 2nd here. I don't think he'll get vaults. I reckon he'll fall in that 100th of a gap there. No, 3rd. He just falls off on those last 2 turns, and only just 2. So that is going to be massive. But he's up in 3rd. That's a good run. So we've got a Silver Fern out there, I think. There's 2 Silver Fern. All 3 are out there at the moment. But we're going to ride with Tomo. He's sitting in 9th. The 2 Mustangs are behind him. And Phoenix, which would be White Chocolate. Couple of minutes left here. With some cat and mouse being played down in Sector 3 between a Silver Fern and a Titan by the looks of it as well. And the black car that went over must have been an out lap because he didn't set or change a time. We're watching Tomo. So the top 2 boys, they're still sitting up there, and Volts goes and starts a qualifying lap now as well. So Volts on top, minute 15 left. Shaq in 2nd, Rip in 3rd. Tomo trying to get a first time on the clock to move ahead into at least 6th place. At worst case scenario, if he can clock a time here. What will he get? It's looking fast, and it's fast enough for 5th. White Chocolate is on an outlap. Will he have enough time to get there? And 2.5 moves up into 6th. Ty-Star, the only one not to set a time yet. This last 40 seconds are going to be massive. This will probably be his last lap unless he's going to run a double stint here. So we'll have to keep an eye on those times. Watch for those checkered flags. But these 8 drivers are all going to be fighting for it now. Rip moves up into 2nd place and pushing Shaq down. Volt still holds on to pole. He's looking strong, the rookie for the Silver Ferns. This is going to be massive. As he comes through now, his time, he's looking a little off, I think he was. This is going to be a huge lap for him. He's got to log a time at least to push his own teammate back on the grid into 9th. But can he at least log this time and not get himself disqualified on the lap? Having a lot of trouble with that tonight. Ty-Star now. Where will he finish? He's looking a little bit behind what Tomo did. That's it. Anyone that crosses the line now, that's going to be their last time crossing it. They'll get the checkered flag. Tyson will be the first. He does, and he goes to 8th. Volts has got a checkered flag. He will go into... Well, he holds the first place at the moment. Rip is out there on the back. He's going to be one of the last ones to cross the line. We'll come back to him. Ty-Star has finished. White Chocolate is deleted lap. 2.5. He'll be the next one to cross the line. What's he going to do? He's at a 1:30 as he comes through. What will he be at? 2.5. He moves into 4th. And behind him was Tomo. Tomo's in the pits. He's cancelled the lap. So that leaves the Phoenix of White Chocolate, who's deleted his lap. So who's the next car on track? It looks like it is Rip. It is Rip. I would say he's most probably on an in-lap. I don't think he's pushing to get the pole. He's not. No, he's not. So behind Rip will be one of those Silver Ferns. And it looks like it is Shaq. So I don't think Shaq's on a fast lap, is he? Oh, he could be at a 2:23 there. Yes, he's got to be on a fast lap. And I think it's going to be enough to take the pole. Oh! 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 How did he get away with that? How did he get away with that? He didn't DNF, but he spun on the last lap. And that is going to keep him in third. So Volts will take the pole. Because Rip will not get another lap, I don't think. He's retired. No, he's retired from the session as well. That will be it for tonight, guys. And Volts, the rookie, takes pole position. That's going to be massive. Volts, Rip, and then Shaq. They're your first three. It's going to be followed up by 2.5 on his debut. And then his teammate Formula is going to then take that spot. Tomo will end up in 6th. 7th will be White Chocolate. And then Ty Star will end up with 8th. So that's a huge, huge moment for Volts, as you can see there. So again, Volts on pole, Rip in 2nd. Shaq goes to 3rd. 2.5 in at 4th, Formula in at 5th, Tomo in at 6th, White Chocolate in at 7th, Ty Star in at 8th, Darkness Abyss in 9th, 10th will be Modern Murder. So you gotta say, looking at that, the Silver Ferns have got prime position along with the Mustangs up the front there. The Phoenix, they're not sitting too bad with the 7th and 10th. They're respectable positions, of course. And then coming out of that, Rip pushing up, leading by example as the captain into 2nd place, along with Ty Star and Darkness rounding out in 8th and 9th. So, and Modern, unfortunately, not clocking a time, but did well to get into the top 10. So we will come back and we'll let the drivers set their cars up. They've got full setup, so we'll let them set up the cars. And then when they start going on formation lap, we'll start running around and having a look at the boys, their lives and their numbers. And then we'll also run through the grid. Don't forget, like, share, follow and comment, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching us on Facebook, we would love some of those stars. Also, don't forget our gaming shows every week. This is what you get to see. F1 Pros, Sunday, 6:30. That's what you're watching. Next week, we're at Jeddah. Tomorrow night, you've got the Academy F1. They are at Jeddah, waiting to go. SJ, straight after this race, will be flying there very, very quickly on the plane. And of course, Talking Split with Sinner and Friends Thursday. Come and see us at 7 p.m. next Thursday night. This Thursday night, of course, as we will review the Super Bowl and also Academy and the Pros race here at Abu Dhabi. Alright, as we get underway for the formation lap, let's take a look at the grid. Alright, so we've got, of course, on pole, Volts is on pole. Rip the Beans in 2nd, and Shaq will bring up 3rd on the 2nd row there, and alongside him will be 2.5 in that Mustang. In the 3rd row, we've got Formula in the Mustang as well, and alongside him is the 2-time defending back-to-back champion, Tomo. He'll be out to move up the field. We know he's consistent. Will he stay that way in the Pros? White Chocolate and Ty Star will round out the 4th row of the grid, and the 5th row of the grid with his teammate Darkness Abyss and Murder will round out your top 10. Paddy and Boy Racer will end up being in the 11th and the 12th. So that should be an interesting start between them. They always seem to rival it out. And there's a quick look at your pit stop strategy for 2 stops and 3 stops. A medium, and a thing. Shaq has disconnected. That could be hazardous with the race. Alan Santa in 13th there, and alongside him will be Caleb in 14th. Brainy, he's back. That's right. And he's in 15th. Alongside him will be the 16th place of the captain, Broseph, of that team of Marathon Racing. SJ, the captain team owner of the Mustangs, will be down in 17th. He's filling in for the pros tonight. And Mr. Banana Bender will be in 18th alongside him. Rounding out the grid will be Kiwi, who had that massive accident. And, of course, the disqualification of Jay, who will round it out. And Shaq jumping in just in time. But those marathon cars, they do look schmick. I gotta say, I really like that orange and blue chrome look. It does look very, very awesome. And then, of course, you've got the Titans team there running the livery that they've put out. And, of course, the Mustangs in front of them. And then if we move up a little bit there, we've got that epic Phoenix car. I gotta say, that is probably the best live out there. And before you say I'm being biased, I'm not. It's not my team. I manage and run and own the Titans. And of course, the last live to have a look at is the one sitting on pole, and he'll be the one that we'll have a quick look at, and that is Volts. We can't get a good look at it, so it looks like we're gonna get given the back of the grid here, so we can't see any of those, but we'll try and get a good look at them later on. Let's see, as we wait for the lights to light up and go out, this could be interesting. A quick look there, the medium, soft strategy for 2-stop, or the medium, soft, medium strategy for the 3-stop. This is going to be massive as the lights go to 3, they go to 4. It's lights out and away we go here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's race 1, and what a move there by Formula as he's going to get on the inside of the 2 Silver Ferns and of Rip. Rip's going to get to the front and get away there. Some movers and shakers are happening, but Rip and Volts, as they get moving with Formula. We've got an accident in Sector 1, and it is TieStar, and then there was another Mustang there in Formula. Was that a touch? Formula's out. Formula is out, and TieStar has struggled as well. There's a few drops there, and Kiwi, he's moving up the pack as Brainy drops down as they come into the turn. But we've got a yellow sector. Shaq has left the session as well, so he will drop down. But it looks like we've got a race on our hands with a little bit of action. Here we go. It's Rip up front. Volts in at second. Shaq in at third. 2-5 in at fourth. Tomo in at fifth. Chocolate in at 6. Darkness moves up into 8th. Let's have a look at these details. We're going to go with the movers and shakers right now. The biggest one, of course, is TieStar dropped to 11th, and Formula drops out of the race 15 spots. Volts moves down 1. Shaq and 5 hold on, but a big move for Paddy. He's up 4 spots, and up 5 spots is both Bender and Kiwi as well as they move up the grid. Let's have a look at the tyres they started on. The mediums for all top 6 cars at the moment. Paddy on the softs, and Boy Racer the only other car on the softs as we come under the hotel for the first lap with Rip leading the race. The penalties, there is none thankfully from that, so that is quite interesting too. Now, let's get on with the races. We're up here at the front with Rip. I'm trying to watch some of the battles here as well. It looks like Broseph has been overtaken by SJ. They look like they're in a little bit of a battle down the back there. We will try and get as many battles as we can as Rip starts leading. Let's look further down the pack here. Let's see where there's some action. Banana Bender speeding in pit lane as we've got 4 cars in pits. There must be damage to these guys. So a penalty there for Bender. Darkness, he's about 200 off a car, so he's probably the closest battle I can see out on the track at the moment. As we've got a little bit of a battle here, and we've got cars in the pits. Formula will be the first DNF in 20th there. So he had a great qualifying and ends up down the back there. That is unfortunately the way racing goes. A shout out to Bryce Curry on Facebook who started following us. Thanks, mate. Welcome to Split Second Gaming. You're watching the first race of this inaugural season of the F1 Pros here on Split Second. And I tell you what, you're not going to be disappointed with the way these guys are racing. So we're on with Darkness now. We're trying to watch this battle at the back. We can see Caleb and Boy Racer as they come through the chicane. They're on with each other as well. Let's jump on with Caleb for a minute here. He's the captain of the Phoenix. And him and Boy Racer, we reckon will have some of the biggest battles this season, not to mention the guys up front. Silver Ferns have got 2 cars up the front, and the Titans have got 1. Mustangs have got 1, and then the Phoenix first car is in 6th, with the first car of TMC up in 7th. And Shaq gets the fastest lap on the mediums with a 1:39.085. So Bender picking up that 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We'll come back to that, but the gaps are opening up now. Let's try and see what battles we do have here. These guys up the front are close. Here we go, Shaq and Volts. They're going to work together to try and catch the lead in Rip the Beans. So they come around turn 7. We said this would be an action zone, and I definitely reckon it will later on in the race. We've got a yellow sector. It looks like one of the Mustangs. Which one is it? It's SJ, I think. It is. SJ has had a spin down in the section in 5 and 6 by the looks of it. He has had a spin. No, before 5 and 6 where we lost him in the qualifying. So a lot of people there. We might have a new graveyard now, considering. And it looks like Boy Racer's off the track. He's lost at least 2 positions. He's dangerously re-entered there. That was massive, and he's collected Caleb, but he's definitely re-entered the track dangerously, and that will definitely end up at the stewards, I can tell you that. Darkness has moved up on Murder as well, and this race has got everything right now as Darkness is moving ahead. That battle up the front, we want to keep a close eye on it as it is getting 4 cars involved now. Here you go, that train has turned into a 4-car train. This is massive. It could become a 5-car train if Tomo catches and closes that gap, to be honest. The pit strategy is going to be huge. Are they going to be 2 stopping it, 1 stopping it, or 3 stopping it? We saw in the academy they can't 1 stop it really. The tyre life just was not there. Talking of tyre life, let's pull up those tyres and keep that tyre life going for a little bit now, because that will take on effect. Boy Racer and Jay are battling it out. Boy Racer's gone into the pits after that off moment and hitting Caleb. As you're watching up the front here now, we've got Rip the Beans, Volts, Shaq, and 2-5 all up the front. Tomo trying to close that gap. The Silver Ferns in 2-3-5 and 14th, as Boy Racer is really struggling in the pits and losing spots out. But the Silver Ferns looking extremely strong with 3 in the top 5 right now, as it looks like the boys at the back here are going to try and just stay with each other and not battle each other this early in the race. Paddy moving up the field. He's up into 6th and closing those gaps. We'll keep a close eye on it as he moves in on Tomo. He's on the soft tyres. He's on a different strategy to pretty much everyone on track. If you are just joining us, we just lost Formula. We didn't get a safety car from it. He was off the track. But these guys up front are battling, and they're battling hard. So 2 of the Silver Ferns are going to be working hard to bully the Titan of Rip the Beans. We'll see what happens. But the lights were out. Away we go for our inaugural race 1. We're on lap 4 at 28. 24 to come here at Abu Dhabi. Under the lights. And I'd say a lot of the boys are having trouble with those tyre pressures tonight, getting them right under the lights, opposed to what we saw with the Academy under the heat of the sun. I do reckon those mediums are going to last a lot longer, and the softs, than what we saw in on Monday night in the Academies. I think we're going to see a lot more longer distance. We've got another slow car. I don't think it's an accident. I think Beans or Bender has had a spin. Yeah, he had an off moment and he's picked up more penalties. But we got Kiwi all the way down now into 18th and Ty-Star in 19th. So some big moments has happened there for the Titans as they're going to try and have a battle at the back of the pack here with that Mustang of Bender. Probably just wait for a deal. Oh, and Bender's gone! That's huge! Bender is out. Will they bring on the safety car? He's on the track. It will bring out a virtual safety car. That was massive. And there it is, the safety car. Our first one of the season, our first one of the night. But Bender will DNF. And that will be huge for the boys in the Mustangs. And I reckon that's going to be quite hazardous to Bender's health back in the Mustangs garage. Now, let's see what happens with the pit strategy here. Volts and Shaq we saw move up. Rips dropped down. We missed it. There must have been a DRS moment there when the accident happened before the safety car came out. That will be a massive, massive disadvantage to Rip, as he would have had control of the pack. He would have had control of the pit strategy. Now, will he react? Or will he take control here? What will happen? He's going to make a move for it. Here we go. He's going to make a move on the pit stop. So he'll make a move under the safety car. He's going for a different strategy. Let's stay with him. Let's see where it goes. Because joining him is White Chocolate and Paddy. Darkness is going to join him as well as Murder and Alan Santa. Santa's going to join him as well. Caleb, he's missing the pits and carrying on with the front of the pack. Who else is going to get an advantage out of this and move up? The question will be, he's gone the fresh mediums, Rip has. And SJ's disconnected from the session. That could hurt if he doesn't get back before the end of the safety car. Now, we average about 3 laps out of the safety car, so it's safe to say we will sit behind the safety car for 3 laps. This will be the first lap under safety car conditions as the pack will try and catch up. Murder and Santa still in the pits. Brainy's pitting now on those 2-lap-old softs. So those fresh mediums, it could be an advantage. We'll see what happens afterwards as we'll move up here to Volts, who will have the lead of the cars at the front. Don't forget to join us for all our shows every week. Sunday nights, the pros, you're watching it now. This is our first race of the season. If you're joining us on Facebook, make sure you like, share, follow, comment, and even share those stars. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe, like, share, and follow. And of course on Twitch, guys, get our name out there. Like, share, follow, subscribe, and comment. Talk to us in the chat. We do shout outs, so join us there. But of course, tomorrow night we go to Jeddah live for round 2 of the Academy. All the drama and action live to you at 6:30. Also, don't forget to join us on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. with Talking Split with Sinner and Friends as we talk about everything around the tracks and also in the real world too. This week we'll be reviewing the Super Bowl and of course round 1 of the Academy and Pro Series, and we'll also talk about some upcoming things and events and competitions that are coming up in the split-second world. No one else is going to make a pit stop here. They're all happy on their tyre strategies. I would say this week it's all been worked on as well, working hard for it. So we'll see what happens. I think we'd probably see the safety car in this lap. We'll have a look and see. So let's see what we get here. So if you're just joining us, 2 Mustangs out, Formula and Bender. Both having some big accidents tonight, both quite costly to the team. So the Mustangs remaining drivers, 2-5 who's sitting in 3rd, and the captain and team owner and Academy driver subbing for tonight in SJ down in 13th. A quick recap, Volts is sitting in at 1st, Shaq in at 2nd, 2-5 in at 3rd, Tomo in at 4th. Caleb brings up 5th place for your top 5. Rip was the first to duck into the pits, and he'll be in at 6th. Jay in at 7th. White Chocolate in at 8th. Paddy in at 9th, and 10th is Darkness. He'll round out the top 10. And then you've got Modern, Santa, SJ, Broseph, Boy Racer, Ty Star, Brainy, and Kiwi. So we'll see what happens. What safety car is in this lap, just like we thought. Let's see what he does with the pack. Volts has got control. We'll drop it back a bit here. Watch from about 3rd so we can see what happens behind. But Volts, he gets 1 acceleration move, 1 action move. We'll move up onto Shaq so we can keep an eye out. These 2 boys no doubt will be communicating over comms, trying to make a plan here. Shaq may be blocking. We'll see. We know 2-5's going to want to get the jumpers. There he goes. Volts is gone, and the racing it continues. The lights are green. Here we go. Volts, Shaq, 2-5. Tomo, Rip moves up early. He's up there, and that's Caleb off the track. Can Jay get a pass on him from the mistake he's just made? Looks like they're all going to come through mostly clean through this section. This is where we've seen the accidents, but remember, safety cars breed safety cars. We've seen it happen all last year. Kiwi still at the back of the pack as they come down into turn 7. Volts, he's getting away. Shaq holding up the pack maybe. 2-5 trying to chase it down, and Tomo now got Rip right behind him. The battle continues from last season. No DRS, Rip has a look and then he goes, no, not into this turn, maybe coming up. Let's see what he does into the next section as they head down towards the big turn 11. We said it'd be an action point. Is it going to be enough action of a point? Rip gets that slipstream off. Santa is an accident with Santa, and he's dropped right down the field. But let's see, is there a move on? No, there's not. Not quite. If you're joining us on Facebook, a shout out to you. If you're on YouTube, a shout out to you. And of course, our Twitch members, shout outs to you. There's Rip. He's going to try and get in under. He's getting very impatient is what he's getting with Tomo. Let's see what he can do, but he's going to try and make that move down that start-finish line, I reckon, as those gaps between first, second, and third are starting to open. This is the first real battle. Let's jump on board. Let's see what he can do. Is he going to get Tomo here down the start-finish line? He's really going to use up some of that power. Here he goes. He's looking on the inside, He backs off again. And he's going to go Tomo as Tomo goes a bit wide. And that is a nice clean pass there by Rip. And that'll push him up into fourth, and he's going to start attacking now on that Mustang at 2-5. So Tomo drops back, but what a move there. We've got some movement by Jay as well. He's moving up the pack. In front of him's his own teammate. Oh, a touch by Darkness there that's going to push Darkness wide, and he's going to go right off track. He's going to have to re-enter at a safe way. Can he do it safely? Oh, he hits that bollard on the advertising board, and that is going to drop Darkness right down into last. Kiwi in second last. The Titans are having a shocker right now. Santa and Ty-Star gets taken over too as he gets in some action on those turns. And it looks like the Titans are really struggling tonight. There's no one up there to help Rip with this battle of Silver Ferns at the moment. And he is slowly making that place. Murder gets another 3-second penalty, or his first 3. I think that'll be 3 seconds on top of the 5, to be honest, actually. So he'll have about 8 seconds in penalties tonight. If you are joining us, and you are watching the Pro F1 Series. That looked like he had a spin. He did. Is Ty-Star out? He's going to have to pit that. And the debris on the track, will that call for a virtual safety car? No, it won't. We're lap 10 at 28, and that has definitely done damage to Ty-Star's car. And he is going to be struggling. He's going to want to probably try and get a chance. Kiwi is in the pits. That might have been Kiwi that spun. No, Ty-Star as well. The both of them have had incidents. All 3 of them are in the pits. This is huge. Absolutely huge. And what happened to Shaq? Shaq's had a moment too, because it's Volts 2-5 and Rip in the top 3. This is massive. We've got drama everywhere. I'm trying to keep the action going, boys and girls at home. I'm just not sure exactly what's going on. Santa with a penalty. 3 of the Titans at the bottom of the track at the moment. Remember, the point system is normal, like normal F1 here, as Broseph gets on Boy Racer and SJ moves on Modern. So SJ moves into the points in 10th place, and he actually moves into 9th. He's made a double pass. What a move by the Academy driver. He's up into the points. He's in 9th. That's a big moment for him. And on his debut in Pros too, as an Academy driver and reserving tonight, that is massive. So far, a great effort by him and his Mustangs. So at the moment, Rip in 3rd, White Chocolate in 4th, Tomo in 5th. Volts picks up a penalty. Could that come costly at the end of the night? We saw in the Academy competition the penalties really mattered. Will it be a big stepping point tonight? Volts is now going to have to make sure he wins by 3+. And Caleb dropping down the pack there, about 2 or 3. He's into the pits, that is why. Broseph into the pits as well as SJ. They're all pitting on 10-lap old tyres, by the looks of it, and 8-lap old softs. So those tyres aren't lasting as long as we thought tonight. Roughly seeing what we saw with the Academy. So Shaq down behind Tomo, he's captain and team owner. They're both trying to catch up to that Phoenix of White Chocolate. They're not too far behind. Actually, Tomo will be in DRS range. So he's going to push it, and then so will Shaq. So they'll all get DRS except for White Chocolate. So they might be able to make a move here. And talking about making a move, Ripper's got one too. He got one on 2.5. Shaq has got one on Tomo. Oh, and talking about 2.5, he has a moment. He has a moment. He's off track, and he's gone from 2nd to 8th. This is huge. The Mustangs were looking so strong tonight. Now they've got one in 8th, and one battling for 8th, sorry, and one down in all the way at the bottom of the table. And what's going on here for the Mustangs? They started off so strong tonight and are just falling off pace and having some very bad luck. And SJ with that pit stop has now dropped down to 13th. He was up to 9th where 2.5 was. Rip the Beans is about 2 seconds off. Oh, Volts! Volts is out! We're seeing an accident here. Volts, he's retired in the pit lane. And they're all trying to dodge him. That is huge. We've got a safety car. The lead driver is out. Volts is out. Massive moment. And that area has claimed probably 4 or 5 drivers tonight. And the pit stop, it's perfect for those who are going. Tomo, Shaq, Rip making that call 5 laps ago. Chocolate and Paddy making that call 5 laps ago. This will be huge. A few of the drivers looking at those red tyres. But Volts is out with a DNF. The rookie was looking so good tonight. He got the pole, and then he's been up in front challenging for that position and ends up with a DNF. That is an unfortunate run there for him. But this is going to be a big thing possibly for the Titans, as Rip will be up the front. He'll get the safety car. He'll get to take the lead. We saw him very strong when this happened in the Academy last season. He's going to be able to take control of the pack. It's going to give a chance too for those 3 Titans at the bottom of the pack in 17th, 16th and 15th to be able to try and catch up and maybe make some moves now. It resets the strategies with the pits. The question is Tomo ahead enough of the cars, and is White Chocolate and Paddy ahead enough? Have they got enough time advantage? I don't believe they do. I'd say Rip would maybe have enough advantage to come back out in front if he pitted. A drive-through penalty for speeding for White Chocolate. Under safety car conditions, that will hurt. And Rip's going to take the gamble. He's in. He's going to take the gamble. Let's see who's got the fastest lap. Shaq does at the moment. He's sitting in 4th. But this is going to be huge. Can he make it out in front of Shaq? That's who we're watching for. Will he make it out in front of Shaq? At the moment, they're coming around turns, the last 2 turns. So, he's coming out now. Can he stay in front? Comes down the main straight. Will he come out in front of Shaq? This will be close. I think Rip will do it. I think it's going to be very close. Rip is going to hold him out. He will. This has worked in favor of Rip. Rip has ended up in front. He's out-pitted and out-maneuvered and undercut. Or overcut, sorry. He's overcut all those Silver Ferns that tried to undercut him. He's going to be a lap fresher on tyres. This is going to be huge. Now the question will be, what does White Chocolate and Paddy do? Will they take a risk of pitting, or will they take a risk at running long? They're on the medium tyres. The 4 cars behind them, fresh softs. They'll probably end up scuffing maybe 2 laps out on the safety car. But this is going to be massive. All right, let us know. Where are you watching from home? Are you watching in Australia? What country are you watching from? What state if you're in Australia? Let us know. I want to know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from, guys. Tommy's couch. Oh, we've got people that are we've got some people that are being funny tonight. That's all good. We like funny. So we've got people from the couch. I'm curious. I want to see that place. I've heard it is quite an amazing place. So Rip will be in third at the moment. The safety car is leading the pack around. White Chocolate's up the front. Junior's watching from the Saudi paddock as he gets ready for tomorrow night's race in Saudi Arabia at Jeddah. They're all there getting ready. Now let's see if this yellow light goes solid on the safety car, because if it does, it means it's last lap. So we'll see as he crosses the start-finish line. Does it go solid? Doesn't look solid. Looks like they're going to get 2 more laps. This lap and 1 more after that. So that will be pretty good. From your computer chair, no bags. A shout out to you, Racer. Won't be racing in Saudi tomorrow. No, we're aware. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate that you'll be out. You're a winner, and it's gonna hurt. But we'll see you back in at Australia, mate, and we'll be looking forward to it. So shout out to you, Racer. Alright guys, help us get a hype train. Let's do it. If you're watching on Twitch, help us get that hype train. I want to see what we can do. I haven't had one yet. I'd love to see one. Help us get it if you can. Let's see. I don't think I can start a hype train. I think I need you guys to do a hype train for us. So help us get a hype train if you can. So when we do come back to racing, because the pack is all, we've still got 2 cars waiting to get back to the pack. So Kiwi and TyStar are at the back there trying to get back to the pack. They've both just pitted. Talking about pits, let's see how many pit stops everyone has done, because this race has definitely made some differences. But we'll also have a quick look at the penalties. White Chocolate with a drive-through. He has lead of the pack. This is going to cost him. He can't do a drive-through penalty while under safety car. He can only do a drive-through under green conditions. That is going to be a huge disappointment for White Choc, as he definitely wanted to get something happening tonight for the Phoenix. But there you go. White Choc's had 1 stop for Paddy. 2 stops for Rip, but to his advantage, I think. The most stops out on track has been TyStar with 4. Kiwi with 5 and TyStar with 4. And then the only other odd one is Brainy with 3. So this will be the last lap on that safety car. Change of positions from the start of the race. Jay up 14 positions. 9 positions for Paddy. 10 for SJ. That's some massive moves, as you can tell, with those numbers. So let us know at home, guys. Are you watching on Twitch? Are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching on Facebook? Let us know what platform you're watching on so we can acknowledge it. We'll send some shout outs. Just give us an idea of where you're at so we can give you a shout out too. Or maybe even shout out your town. Don't forget to like, follow, share and comment for us too, guys, as it helps us get there on what we're trying to do in boosting split second. So the safety car notice should be coming through for the safety car coming in a second. Don't forget to join us on all our shows during the week. Of course, Sunday nights is the Formula 1 Pro Series. The F1 Academy is tomorrow night at Jeddah, and every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. And then, of course, on Thursday nights, join us at 7 p.m. when it is us doing Talking Split with Sinner and Friends, and we talk about so many different topics, everything in and around split second as well as the real world. So make sure you tune in this Thursday as we review the Super Bowl and round 1 of Pros and Academy F1, along with everything coming up in the season. Now the safety car is coming in. That beautiful Aston Martin safety car will be in this lap, so we are going racing. And apparently Junior's watching from F1 TV, so shout out to you, Junior. Alright, here we go. He's going to bring him up under the hotel. He'll have control of the pack. He gets one acceleration move. He can't brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate. He has to make one acceleration move, and once he does, that's go time. So the question will be, will Paddy follow into the pits after this, or will we see White Chocolate push 3 laps here? As he goes, he's gone, they're off. Here we go, and it looks like Shaq's going to try and make a move early. Safety cars breed safety cars, as we say, and Shaq's going to go wheel to wheel with Rip at the moment. Can he hold it on the outside? No, he can't. He's going to tuck in behind for the slipstream as they come down here through the valley. Can he get an inside cut on Rip at the moment here? Not really. As they come down into turn 7, the battle is on between Rip and Shaq, and to be honest, these are the two that are really battling for the front, as Paddy and White Chocolate will have to go into the pits. So Paddy will have to get into the pits for another tyre change at some stage here, and I believe so will White Chocolate because of the drive-through. But here we go. Look at this. They're on the move. DRS will take 2 laps before they come out. What we'll do is we'll go back to the tyres. They've got 2 laps before DRS comes in, but it looks like Shaq's got a nice move there in on Rip. Can Rip get the advantage of that on the next moment down the main straight? Will he be able to get close enough, or is Shaq going to be able to move away? Jay, he's falling behind. He might have had it off. Oh, we've got a sector 3, and that is Jay. Jay, there's some damage there on Jay. Look like we've just saw a front wing or something come bouncing off. Looks like he collected someone. Might have been Alan Santos. We got damage in the back here as well. There's a lot of debris on the track in sector 3. I'm surprised we don't get a virtual. And there you go. He's doing the drive-through now. Chocolate's got that drive-through. Paddy up into first. Shaq in at second. And that will move Rip into third, who's right there with him. Here we go. Paddy. Oh! Paddy's been taken out by Shaq. No, Paddy's still in. Shaq is out. And another safety car. Here we go again. Safety cars, breeding safety cars. Shaq was definitely not in a position to make a pass there on the outside as he got pinched. But I'm sure that will go to the stewards and have a look at the stewards there. And the boys are in the pits early. So this is going to be massive. I'd say Paddy's going to have to pit it, and Rip will be in prime position to take the lead of the race on lap 17. But Shaq is out, and I would imagine that going straight to the stewards because there's going to be a lot looked at there. But an original look without the backup of that footage, I would definitely say that that was a close one there in the sense of on whose fault it is. I don't think that's a racing incident, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. That was huge. That was definitely a bad move on Shaq's behalf, and Paddy is going to be the one that suffers from it. But that is going to be a huge moment, and if anything, that's probably handed Rip the Beans the win tonight. But let's not take anything away from it. The two people I want to put knowledge on and note right now under this situation is SJ. He is an academy driver. He's using substitution ticket tonight to race, and SJ will now take the lead of the track at the moment. The academy sub is in front for his team, the Mustangs. He is not only the captain but the team owner, and he is got the lead in a pro race. This is a massive thing for him to be in the front. Excuse me. Can he hold on? He's going to have Tomo behind him on fresh 5-lap softs. This is the champion, the defending champion, back-to-back champion of seasons 2 and 3. Tomo has brought him and Boy Racer back to where they started this race, up the front, and SJ has the lead. He will be running it. Now we saw Rip go into the pits along with Paddy. Paddy had damage to sort out. He's come out in 7th, but he's also received a penalty because of that incident as well. Broseph in at 8th, Brainy in at 9th, and Darkness rounds out the top 10. White Chocolate with that drive-through has moved him down to 12th from 1st. We saw some damage on a couple of the cars there, so it'll be interesting to see what has happened. But definitely don't think that was Paddy's fault. But the stewards will definitely pull that one together on Wednesday night. I don't think that one's just going to be a tick and flick situation. I think both those drivers will end up in front of the stewards. But for now, we'll leave that and we'll move on. I'm sure that will be a talking point too on Thursday night. And whether or not the stewards get their decision right. That could be an interesting thing to join in for us on Thursday night. But right now, the talking point, SJ the one, the captain and team owner of the Mustangs, the academy driver who's subbing for tonight, is up in 1st place. So what can he do? Can he hold on to this lead and pull out a rabbit from the hat kind of thing? There's 10 laps to go. He's on 6-lap-old tyres. To be honest, anyone that's not on 0-lap tyres right now, I don't think can make it to the end. We saw in the academy that these tyres go very fast around laps 8 to 11. Those tyres get slippery, they get very greasy, and probably twice as much tonight under the lights over being in the sunshine. So we will see what happens. A shout out to Ziggy O'Hare for joining us tonight and commenting. Thank you very much. That's your first comment tonight. So shout out to you, mate, for your first view as well. Chat tonight in viewing us. And yes, these are the pros, Ziggy. But a lot of the first race nerves is getting into them, as we're seeing as well. But only 4 DNFs. We had a few more than that on Monday night in the academy, I can tell you that. And also the settings are a lot more difficult too. So when you do see a DNF, it's usually due to something from the traction, like we have seen with these guys tonight. The traction control is a lot less than what's in academy and what most people are used to driving at home when they're taking on their career modes and that. But the safety car will probably save maybe 2 laps out of these tyres, to be honest. And I'm pretty sure SJ, Tomo and Boy Racer are going to have to pit. So I would say right now the battle for the lead is actually going to be between Rip, Caleb and 2-5. Maybe even Paddy. That car's fixed, so we know he's got the pace there. Can he get a redemption run here maybe for the Team TMC? The sim damage is a killer, but it's the way we run with it. So it's going to be interesting here tonight to see exactly what these boys are going to pull out. But I think the nerves has gotten the better of some of them. The traction control as well. The damage has definitely been all right. I don't think that the damage has been an issue because all the drivers have definitely ended up out on driver mistakes, not from any other silly play there. But safety car lights are out. We're going to go racing, and control of the pack is the one and only team owner and captain of the Mustangs and academy driver, SJ, as he'll take control of the pack as we start to go racing again. The lights are out. He's around to the pits. He gets 1 acceleration. Let's watch him. Let's watch the dash. He's down into 2nd. When's he going to go? Once he pushes that hard, it will be going. Here we go. He's into 4th. He's back into 3rd. He's going to go now. Here he is. He's off. The boys are off racing. It's green and it's go, go, go. On lap 20, 8 laps to go. Can SJ maybe try and push a miracle out of his tyres? I don't think so. But the battle's going to be on a bit further down the pack here as we watch Rip on fresh softs. And he's going to push up hard and quick on Boy Racer. Let's see if he can make a clean pass down here. It's where the accident just happened. And he's going to get done for cutting the corner with a penalty. So if he does win, he's going to have to win by 3 seconds plus. That's going to be massive on him because coming up the backpack there is Caleb, 2-5 and Paddy. They'll be chasing him down as he tries to chase down Tomo and SJ. That will be the big battle there. All a second behind each other there. There's a couple other little gaps and battles going on. Let's get down to Paddy and Broseph and 2-5. Oh, and Paddy up the back of 2-5. I don't think he's being damaged too hard there. Jay gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And Paddy goes for an inside run on the blue there. He gets past 2-5. They go wheel to wheel. And he definitely makes that pass as they go wheel to wheel there. Some great action there. Kiwi dropping down as it looks like he got passed by White Chocolate at the back there. We'll stay with this little battle here, but it looks like Caleb's going to get... we'll move on because it looked like he was going to get Boy Racer there on the timesheet. Not quite, and I don't think he'll get another moment until a little bit further down the track. Let's see what we got here. The two Phoenixes racing each other as White Chocolate. Kiwi struggled all night there. He's got penalties coming too, and Ty Star has definitely struggled as well. Remember, top 10, and there you go. Rip the Beans has passed SJ because he's in the pits, and he's got the attack on Tomo now. These guys are back at it again after they did it in Academy last season. They're back at it again in the pros. Nothing's changed. These two are going to have the rivalry of a season, I reckon. Oh, and he goes for the outside. This is where we saw the accident earlier tonight, and I think Tomo's been touched. He has. Oh, and that's going to hurt too. Tomo is out, and he's collided as well with one of the other drivers, and that's a Phoenix as well. That's going to be massive. I think that was Caleb he collected and has gone off the track as well. That is a huge mistake there, and that could be costly to Rip. All the stewards' work will be busy tonight as SJ's gone from first to last. But that is another safety car, and Tomo will go out in 16th. The discipline tonight, the nerves, has gotten to all these guys tonight. And that is definitely going to cause some havoc as we will go to another safety car. That will probably take us to around lap 24. So we have a look at the penalties. Paddy sitting on 10 seconds there. I'm sure he'll argue that he was avoiding the crash. I don't think he'll end up with a 10-second. He'll probably end up with time reduced. I'm not sure exactly. But 2.5. He avoided that accident somehow, I don't know. Boy Racer as well. But that is 3 of the 4 Silver Ferns out, and Boy Racer is the last one to run. It's a costly night tonight in the pros, I tell you that. It's $5 million for a car to get on the track this season for the pros. And with what's happened tonight in regards to DNFs, I can tell you right now, there's $15 million right there on the board. And I'll have to review my notes in regards to the qualifying, but that's $15 million gone for the Silver Fern guys. Like, that is going to hurt. This is pros, unfortunately, Corey, but the pros are definitely nervous tonight. The excitement, the talk up, everything has put the pressure on. We're down to 15 cars tonight with 6 laps to go. The stewards are definitely going to have a late one on Wednesday night, no doubt. But don't forget to join us tomorrow night. We go live with the Academy out in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. All the drivers are out there ready and watching from pit lane tonight, supporting their pro teams. And a couple of shout out to the guys there that we've had messages from. As they're getting ready. Don't stay up too late, boys. You've got a big race tomorrow, as they will be racing in Jeddah at daylight. That's going to put a lot of pressure on them. They don't get the night races there in Academy, and you won't get to see them under the lights. However, these boys next Sunday you will see back in action at Jeddah next Sunday, and they'll be under the lights. Both qualifying and racing will be under the lights. So it'll cause some more drama, I'm sure, under the lights for the first 2 races of the season. But the Academy boys, they'll be out sweating it in the heat tomorrow under this hot, hot sun in the Academy run. And I tell you what, those boys haven't stopped talking about it after race 1 last week, this week here in Abu Dhabi. They all, most of the guys flew out on Thursday and Friday to head off to Jeddah to get sorted for tomorrow night's race. And I tell you, the Academy boys are absolutely loving it over there. They said it's absolutely gorgeous. The track's going to be great. So I'm getting word that at the moment a few of the Silver Ferns are on track doing a track walk and watching on their phones at the moment. So that's good to know. But looks like we've got another lap at least under this safety car. May go racing at lap 24, which will mean there will be probably more than likely no more safety cars as we'll get close to that 2-lap mark. We know the Codemasters game does not put on a safety car in the last 3-4 laps, so that's going to be interesting. But it is bunched up this field, and I've got to say, Rip's going to try and push to the end if he can win by 3 seconds, plus possibly a possibility of a penalty from the stewards as well, with that incident with Tomo maybe. Paddy, he's definitely in trouble there with a 10-second penalty. That'll be going to the stewards. 2-5 looking the strongest to have a victory tonight, and Darkness has moved up and started doing some redemption here for the Titans team. Rosef, he's done strong tonight and can't put any bad notes on him and his TMC boys. They're pushing hard. But of course, Whitey and Brainy representing those Phoenixes and got them up into some decent points as well in 6th and 7th. Then we've got Kiwi and Ty-Star. They're up into 8th and 9th after having such a rough run today. It's been a tough race for them. They're up in the points. That's what they want. So that's all 4 Titan cars in the points at this point in time with 4 laps to go. SJ rounds out the points. He's an academy driver. Safety car is in this lap. The lights are out. And the notice comes through from race control. So SJ, he rounds out the points if he can hold on and pick up some points tonight for his team. He is the academy team owner, the academy captain, and the team owner and team captain. So this will be interesting if he can bring home some points tonight for the Mustangs. Boy Racer, Jay, Alan Senna, Modern Murder, and Caleb all round out the bottom part of the field there outside the 10 and outside the points as well. We'll have a quick lap as we are about to go to fastest lap as well. Let's pull, the lights are about to go green. Let's have a look at fastest lap. Rip holds it with a 1:38.3 as we go racing. Rip's got control. Let's see when he tags out. When's he going to accelerate? And he's gone. There it is. There's the move. He's gone, and we are racing. Paddy's going to be right on his heels here. And so is 2-5. They're going to be pushing hard. Let's pull up those tyres. And that's where they're at. They're all on 5 laps, roughly. Brosa probably the worst one off on mediums. The only one on mediums. And maybe some moves in the back of the pack on those fresh tyres might happen. But right now, Rip, he needs to get a minimum of 3-second gap between him and 2-5 at least to be able to push up. Ty-Star has dropped down as he's been passed by a couple of boys. He's also got old tyres. Brainy moves up the field and Kiwi drops down a position as well. The gaps to the leader, that's not what we want. We want intervals as Brainy and Kiwi are going for it. And, a bit of a move by Kiwi there. Can he go down here? The Mustang's going to get him on the inside, and he's going to lose a spot instead of taking one of those Phoenixes, and he will drop down to 9th as SJ moves up with a nice pass. Oh, they're wheel to wheel, and I think SJ got tagged on that one. And SJ ends up wheel to wheel with Boy Racer as well. Oh, and a bit of a pass there off the track. You'd think Boy Racer will give that position back to SJ as they battle still wheel to wheel. And Boy Racer, he's in the wall with contact with SJ and the wall. That's massive. I don't think we'll get another safety car here. I don't think they'll do it. We're at that stage of the race where the server won't give it, but that drops Boy Racer to last. Rip the Beans gets the fastest lap, and he's putting distance between him and Paddy, who's up into 2nd. 2-5 is going for a move here as well. Let's go here because DRS will be enabled. As Rip starts pulling away from the pack, we've got battles left, right and centre. Murder passes Ty-Star and pushes up. He's got one more position to go on Jay to maybe get into the points tonight. SJ up into 9th. He's doing well for his team. Kiwi, he's got a battle going on with Brainy. And then there's a little bit of a gap. And then Brainy's on with White Chocolate. Then there's a bit of a gap there happening as well. But this is action everywhere. I'm not sure how he saved that car, Lynx, but he did. And he's in the pits. It will cost him the race. So, but 2-5, he's on the charge. He's doing his best to get onto Paddy. Darkness, he's slowly trying to catch that group there of 2-5 and Paddy. Broseph, he's kind of stuck in nowhere land. As you can see, the cars behind him being able to drill him in. White Chocolate in at 6th. Brainy in at 7th. Kiwi, he's back into the battle here in at 8th. And SJ, the academy driver, the team owner and the captain, is in 9th and doing great. Jay's dropped right back into 10th now. He's a little bit off the pace. Murder, he's in at 11th. Senna in at 12th. Ty Star's dropped right down now into 13th, and he's pushing to try and get up into that top 10 with Caleb. And Boy Racer is probably what you would say his race is over. Race controls enabled DRS. Here they go. So, and we've got a Sector 3 issue. It's White Chocolate. He's must have spun or something and just ended up against the barrier. But a Sector 3 yellow flags, and that will probably be the end of White Chocolate's race. As we got 2 laps to go, we definitely will not see a safety car on the server. Penalties will come into play. 2-5 wants to be within 3 seconds of Rip to be able to take that off him. Just keep in mind, Rip will more than likely be seeing the stewards this week after that incident with Tomo and Tomo's retirement in 16th. And a beautiful, beautiful pass there. And that has definitely got him clear of Paddy. As it keeps giving me that ride on board camera that I'm not a fan of when I don't want to ride on board. But it looks like Paddy's going to try and make a move. He does. He's going the outside way. Can he hold it as they come back down here? The DRS is going to play big parts. Paddy is just under 3 seconds away. Rip's got to get within these 2 laps more than 3 seconds away from these guys for it to really matter. Darkness is slowly brought up from 2.5 seconds now. He's brought himself up to that pack. If they keep battling that way, then he might actually get himself on a podium position. This is going to be an epic battle to the end. We've got battles going on in the back of the pack, I know, but 2-5 has had a hell of a race, and he started off in 4th. He's fighting for a podium as he goes for an inside pass. Paddy has been in the wars today with a lot of wheel-to-wheel racing, but he's been in the action, and he is definitely not going to give up without a fight tonight. And the penalties are hurting. Broseph, however, a shout out to him. He's stuck in no man's land on those mediums, but Brainy is catching up. Oh, Paddy's gone. Paddy is gone. We've missed what happened, but it's up there at where all the other cars have ended up out. 2-5 as he comes around. Was there contact with 2-5? We've been watching him battle it out, but Paddy is out. That's a DNF for Paddy. In at 15th, or will be 15th by the time those other drivers unlap, kind of. So that is massive and unlucky for Paddy. He's been battling so hard tonight and did so well. Well, I guess he won't have to worry about that 10-second penalty now that he got given in the race, because he'll be well reserved. Now, looking at that time split. Looking at that split now of the 5 seconds, there definitely had to be contact there. Definitely. Oh, we've got contact again. That's Brainy in the wall. Shaq has left the session, and he's out of the race anyway, so it doesn't matter. But Brainy has hit the wall. Ty Star's going to try and move up here. All the Phoenix are having a bad run of it in the last part of the race, and they were looking so strong. Darkness is up. Sector 3. Kiwi. Oh, something's happened there. Kiwi and Ty Star up into 10th and 11th, but something might have happened with Kiwi maybe. We've got a Sector 3. I'm trying to find where it is. Oh, here we go. Alan Santa and Kiwi. Alan Santa is in the wall. We've got 1 lap to go. It's the last lap. This is huge. We've got action everywhere. Not to mention, Rip the Beans is out in front, and we've got 2 battles going on. We've got SJ, the academy driver, on the field with all the pros tonight. He is up here in 5th, and he is pushing hard to get up into 4th even. As Kiwi, something's happened with Kiwi. He drops. He's in the pits, along with Alan Santa and Brainy. But right now, SJ, he is pushing hard. He's trying to move up. The slipstream's dodged by Broseph on those mediums. 9-lap-old mediums. In front of him is Darkness, who's trying to get into 2nd for the team. And a beautiful pass by SJ. Can he hold on? Can he hold on? Brosep's going to get the return serve with the DRS, but he's on old tyres. SJ won't have it. I know there's cars up front, but and 2-5 picks up a penalty, so Rip will win if he stays in front, no matter how far in front, and at the moment that's 6 seconds, and he will come across that line very shortly, but right now, SJ's there. Broseph is falling behind. He's beyond a second now. That is massive. Let's go up to the front here as we watch as Rip the Beans comes across for his first victory of the season. Rip the Beans wins the Grand Prix, the inaugural Grand Prix, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, followed by 2-5, who will come in at second, followed by Darkness in at third, and the Academy driver of SJ will come in at fourth. What a race for SJ. Then you get the two cars from the marathon team. Caleb will come in at 7th. Ty-Star in at 8th there. 9th will go to Modern Murder. And White Chocolate will round it out in the top 10 as Kiwi is too far behind. What a race. The Phoenix team with some redemption there. And they'll end up with 3 cars in the points. And Ty-Star, after penalties, Ty-Star ends up there as well, but White Chocolate will take 10th, Kiwi in 11th, Brainy at 12th and 13th will be, I missed that, and we also lost another car at the end of that race. That is huge. What a race. We didn't miss it, and I don't think anyone's going to object to that. SJ picking up the driver of the day, but Rip the Beans in at first. What a first race of the season for the pros. Full of drama. Definitely did not miss a moment tonight. Absolutely amazing. Darkness ended up with a penalty for something and has dropped down. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but Darkness did have a penalty apparently at the end of the race. I think Darkness ended up... He should have been third, but what has happened there? We'll have a check. White Chocolate gets the fastest lap on the last lap. That is massive. We'll take a quick screenshot here, as usual. And we'll pull up the penalties as well. There you go. And then let's have a look. So it's Rip the Beans 2-5. SJ ends up on the podium. Darkness ends up in 8th because of the penalties, with 20 seconds of penalties. That is massive. And we'll go through the feed here. So your DNS were Formula, Bender, Volts, Shaq, and Tomo. Paddy is a DNF. He officially crashed. Boy Racer Guy was a DNF as well. And Alan Santa in at 13th. Brainy in at 12th. 11th for Kiwi, just outside the points. Chocolate, Murder, and Darkness all end up in the points there. And Rip the Beans 2-5. And SJ gets the podium. So SJ has got to be laughing there. I think it's one of his first podiums in his career, but it is definitely his podium for the pros that will matter because he is an Academy driver. Let's jump into the studio. What do you say to that race? An amazing race. Welcome if you're just joining us. You just missed our inaugural race for the pros, round 1 here at Abu Dhabi, and it is kicked off with an absolute stunner of a race. First place going to Rip the Beans, rookie of last season's Academy run. But the talking point, Mustangs on the podium, a 2 and a 3, Darkness with penalties being dropped back, and a lot of steward work coming on Wednesday night. So it's definitely going to be interesting, but I definitely have to say, when SJ has been put to the challenge, he has come through strong, and he has definitely put on a show tonight. SJ, he qualified in the lower part of the field, outside the 10. I think he even qualified outside the top 15. I'm not 100% sure there. I'll have to review the notes, and I can't see them right now. But that was amazing, and SJ definitely a chance at driver of the day. But we'll get the boys in to the studio here for the interviews, and that was just absolutely phenomenal. I gotta say, the effort put on by them boys tonight, a lot of steward work, but will be coming up. The questions definitely over the incident between Paddy and Paddy and I think it was Boy Racer. I'm not sure. But also definitely the Tomo and Rip incident is going to be up there. We'll definitely be looking at that. Or the stewards will definitely be looking at that. So definitely a great night by all. I'm just trying to get the boys in here for their interviews. But what a race, I gotta say. And of all things, SJ, what a run for him. He's an academy driver. He stepped up tonight for one of the drivers out, and he's definitely used that ticket that he's got to his advantage. Now, each driver in the academy, so you know what's going on when I talk about these tickets, each driver in the academy has 3 tickets to step up into the pros with that they can use this season to substitute with. They only get 3 races this season. They can't have any more. That's a quarter of the season that they're allowed to race in, and SJ has definitely used his ticket tonight. It was an amazing race. But I've got rumours coming through now that SJ was actually on AI. So there will be questions in regards to that. In regards to AI. I'd say the stewards have got massive work to do here if he has ended up AI. Because there is rules against racing AI with us. So we'll find that out. Definitely a talking point here. So we'll see what happens there. But a win there definitely for Rip the Beans, and a great race by Rip. We're just waiting for him to jump into the show now, and we'll see what happens. It's taking a bit for him to jump in. They know that they need to get him for interviews and that. So I'm just trying to see what's going on now. Alright, it does look like SJ was AI, so this is going to also have a big result too. We'll get the boys in for the chat now in regards to the studio. Let's get them in. We'll actually start with third place as usual. So SJ, why don't you jump on now? Are you on camera, mate, SJ? No, you're not on camera, are you? Alright, there we are. Just waiting to see what's going on here. Why is that not loading up? Alright, that should load up now for us, hopefully. Alright, well, it's not going to load up for me, unfortunately, with the camera, with the setup for some reason tonight. I do apologise to everyone at home. Alright, SJ, mate, let us know. There's rumours in the paddock straight away. Were you or were you not AI?
Well, from what I was seeing, I was driving, but...
So you weren't in the race?
Well, from what I was seeing, I was driving. I had my hands to me on the remote the whole way through, so... Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, well, I guess we'll find out from the stewards and all that. Don't forget to throw your replays up and your highlights. But before you go, great run tonight by you boys, man. Like you're picking up second with 2.5, and then unfortunately you started off with a rough qualify, but also then going through the motions. The boys have ended up 2 with points and 2 without right now without the stewarding. You've ended up with two DNFs, but two with points. Your 2 DNFs are literally your last minute boys that you signed literally 5 minutes before the race. So how are you feeling about it all? What's your thoughts?
I think there's a bit of kerfuffle in there with Formula. I think that he's got his footage, so I think he's going to send that through. Banana was just a bit unlucky. And yeah, but 2.5's got some pace, and he was just outstanding through the whole race, and he was very, very good through Q1 and Q2 and even Q3. So yeah, no, quite happy owner.
No worries. So what's the look like for Jeddah tomorrow? Obviously Academy tomorrow night. So you're jumping on the flight pretty much. What, going have a shower, jumping straight on the private jet and heading straight to Jeddah to meet the boys there? Because apparently a few of the boys are out on track walks and all that now. So.
Yep, straight on the plane. Not my favourite track. Haven't done much practicing, so but it is a high-speed track. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of top speed set up for that one. So yeah, no, it's going to be good, and hopefully we can get the boys from last week on in a points finish again.
All right, well, no worries, mate. Look, congrats on tonight with the Mustangs, and obviously, again, tomorrow night, you got a big race tomorrow night, so best of luck there. We'll let you go, and congratulations for being on the podium right now.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right, let's get second place in here with 2-5. 2-5, you there, mate?
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Hey, mate, you got your camera working?
I don't think I can get... I'll sort it out after.
Oh, no worries, mate. Look, great race tonight, a great qualifier too. You started off in 4th place and moved up the field, up and down through the race, but very consistent racing. A few wheel-to-wheel moments there, and I think you got into it with Paddy at the end in the last two laps. Just run us through what happened and how your race went for you.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to stay behind Paddy just with his connection and stuff. I'm not really 100% sure where he is on track. Stuff like that. So if I did get near Paddy, I definitely didn't know I got near him. But no, it was a good race. Looks like a few unlucky accidents that happened in there, and just a few the pit lane entry crash. I think that was a bit awkward. But other than that, it was pretty good. And I think Darkness got the podium glitch. So I'm pretty sure I'm sitting in 3rd, But yeah, no, it was good. Just unlucky on the warning on the 3rd sector where he couldn't he wouldn't have been able to pass me anyway. But I'm happy with the finish.
Oh, well, congratulations, man. And obviously, first race of the season. After that, it's a great way to start. How do you feel amongst the team and the talks you guys have had pre-season? How you feeling going into this season? Do you think you guys are going to be have what it takes to push them forward, or?
Yeah, definitely. I think it didn't really show today, but consistency, have a pretty consistent side. And, I think Formula's definitely a good pickup to the team to have. It's good, it's got some good pace and qualifying pace. And, he just had that bit of an incident turn 2.
No worries. Well, look, thanks for racing tonight, mate. Great race, and I look forward to seeing what you do next week at Jeddah. And, of course, I know you're heading there with SJ very shortly on the private plane and the rest of the boys to get over to Jeddah and get over there early and support the boys tomorrow night. So, best of luck and enjoy the private jet flight, I guess, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Cheers.
No worries. We'll see you next week. All right, it's time now. Let's bring him in, the winner of the race. Let's bring in Rip the Beans. Rip, you there, mate?
G'day, mate.
Mate, congratulations on the victory. Tough race out there.
Yeah, a lot of safety cars played a big toll in it. Unlucky on Shaq's DNF. I think there was a bit of a connection issue with a driver, but if he didn't DNF, I reckon he would have won that. So I did get lucky with one, but at the end of the day, it's 25 points. I'll take it, and on to Saudi Arabia for us, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Now, a little bit of controversy from the race. How are you going to feel about going into that with Tomo? Why don't you tell us a little bit about what happened with Tomo there? As with the comments that were going on in the show, pretty sure that's going to be a steward's one. What were your thoughts on the position, and how do you feel that happened, or why it happened?
I think it's only going to be a racing incident. I think I'm all clear. We're going side by side into the corner. He braked a bit early, so I did think I cleared him, and I think he made a little bit of contact with my back wheel, which spun him around. I don't think it caused him any damage, but then he got collected by somebody on the way when they were coming through in the corner, which took his wheel off, I believe. So I think I'm in the all clear, but we'll have to see from both perspectives because I haven't seen Tomo's view yet. So yeah.
No worries. Now, look, first race of the season, you've been saying in the paddock all week to the boys that you're out for redemption. 6-point loss of the championship last season, and you won the last race of the season too, and just couldn't quite make that hump to win the championship. You got Rookie of the Year last year, and now you're out for redemption, and you said this championship's yours. You're going to fight tooth and nail for it, and I definitely think you've kicked it off the way you needed to.
Oh, yeah, it's always good to start the season off with a bang, but it is a long season, 11 more races, but I definitely do want to win this championship. I'm going to give it my all to win it, but we'll take it race by race, and I'll see how we're going mid-season, and then judge it from there.
No worries. Well, look, congratulations, mate. You're the champion of the night and the champion of the first inaugural Pro Series season. So you've won in history. It will go down as the first winner in the Pro Series ever. You got any shout-outs, mate, or anything like that you want to do before we let you go?
Just to the Titan boys yet again. It was a tough race for the other three guys, Kiwi, Ty-Star, and Darkness, but they didn't give up, and I'm pretty sure Ty-Star and Darkness both got some good points, so just a shout out to those boys for giving it their all and not giving up, securing those points.
Yeah, definitely. Now, before I let you go, one last question. Did you feel the pressure of being captain this year now that there's captains? Did it put any extra weight on your shoulders or not really?
Not really. The team's full of a bunch of good blokes. It's just chill. We all know our strategies going into the race. We all do our thing and just get the results. So I don't feel any pressure at the moment about being captain. It's just take it how it goes, basically.
All right, no worries. Now, we will ask this because it is a big thing. How did it feel have to do in qualifying under the lights as well? Because you ended up in second, so obviously not qualifying in the day like the real F1s do, but having that little bit of a difference where you got to qualify at night as well on the tyres. Did that make much of a difference? Because, of course, it's happening again at Jeddah next week. You won't see daylight, it's all under lights. And then we saw the Academy, they don't get the privilege of racing in the nice, cool air at night. They've got to fight the heat. So any difference out there in the way the cars were handling, especially we saw a lot of problems on those curbs tonight and cars flying into the walls because they just couldn't handle the curbs. What were your thoughts on tonight?
Oh yeah, the curbs around here are absolutely deadly. I tried my heart. I think I clipped one on my first lap in Q3, which which cost me a lot. I only did the one run in Q3, which probably did cost me in the end because I wanted those first offs for the race because I know my race pace is stronger than what my qualifying is. So I just played the strategy game. I was happy to scrape through at second, and it ended up working out just as I planned.
Well, mate, look, congratulations. Well done. We'll see you in Jeddah. And, just an amazing effort tonight by you and the Titan boys. So, congratulations. And we'll see what you guys can do at Jeddah next week.
Thank you, mate.
All right, so that was the winner of the race, the one and only Rip the Beans. So, and that's it for all our interviews tonight. So, basically, the race tonight is definitely shown that the drivers are taking this seriously and the nerves are there. They've definitely had their moments out on track. We saw in qualifying them pushing those cars to the limits tonight. Some of them getting used to the settings that they're not quite ready for, or not so much quite ready for, but just not quite used to. And some big leaps there, but I definitely have to say driver of the day, and this is what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to put up a quick poll of 3 drivers for tonight. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes for driver of the day that I want you guys at home to vote for. So of course we cannot go past Rip because he won. But then we also can't go past SJ for the efforts he did. And then our third for tonight will be 2-5. They're the 3 choices. I want the votes from you guys at home. So make sure you get them in. I'll give you a couple of minutes before we end this show to get those votes in on Twitch. So if you're not on Twitch, join us on Twitch now so you can get your vote in. All right, and we will definitely have a vote through. I will give you. I tell you what, I will give you 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to make that vote, so get going. There's the poll. It's live now. You got 2 minutes to make your vote for those 3 drivers, and that will be the fans' driver of the day. So make sure you get in and let us know who your votes are if you're on Twitch, and we will see who gets the viewers' driver of the day. And I can tell you right now, as I watch the votes coming through, there is a fair few coming through right now, and I think that live stream ticker is also off at the moment. Like, not off, but not correct, because we've got a lot of votes coming through right now. And I can tell you it's going to be very overwhelming as I'm just watching it all go through right now too. It is huge. So a couple of more minutes, guys, and we will have our driver of the day. But again, don't forget, join us tomorrow night, 6:30. We are here, we are at Jeddah, sorry. We are at Jeddah watching the Academy boys take on their round 2 at Jeddah. They don't get the lights at Jeddah. It's all going to be daylight racing. It's going to be hot. Those temperature on the tyres are going to be a huge difference between pit strategies. And we haven't had Jeddah in this competition before, so it's going to be great to see the boys take on a new track. So don't forget to join us tomorrow night at 6:30. And of course, on Thursday night, we have Talking Split with Sinner and Friends. Make sure you join us then at 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Time, or 11 GMT plus, Greenwich Mean Time plus, if you don't know what that means. We're 11 hours plus. So join us there on Thursday night for the show. We'll be reviewing the Super Bowl. We'll be talking and reviewing round 1 of our Formula 1 series, which is both Academy and Pros. We'll be reviewing the stewards' decisions and also reviewing anything else that has to do with split second. We'll be talking about a few different competitions coming up for split second as well in the future, so if you're interested in that, jump on and find out. And also we will be reviewing our game of the week, which has been requested by our viewers as UFC 4, which is actually the free game right now on PlayStation Plus. So get on, grab it, and maybe you can have a conversation with us as well in the Q&A section, where we get you, the viewers, involved with us, the hosts. So get on to your PlayStation Plus game if you haven't already. Download that game, have a play, and maybe come up with your own version of a review with it too. We'll also, for the first time in that show, be bringing viewers in for interviews. So if you want to get involved, all you got to do is let us know on the show. We will be putting a page up on our Discord and our Facebook shortly in the next couple of days to let you know when that is happening. All right, now the votes are in. Let's check out that poll as the polls have come through, and we will view those results. And we had a total of 9 votes, and with a 78% victory, which is actually 7 out of 9 votes, our driver of the day is SJ. That is massive. Congratulations, SJ. Well done. Well done to the Mustangs as well tonight, and well done to all our pro drivers. The nerves got to a few of them, but we'll see what the stewards do in regards to some of those situations. But until tomorrow night at 6:30, guys, make sure you join us. We're at Jeddah for the Academy. Make sure you are here to join us. All that stuff is right there on the tab. Thanks, boys, to everyone. Thanks to joining us. I'm going to do a quick couple of shout-outs before we go. So I'm going to shout out to Racer, Brainy, Broseph, SJ, White Chalk, Lynx, Killshot, Junior, DRW Hoons, Corey, Ziggy. Who else we got? That's as far back as it will let me go. And then a shout out for tonight's new followers on Facebook, Bryce Curry. On Twitch we had TI2008, Ziggy O'Hare, and Fang 1971. Shout out to all you guys for the follows. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, and stars if you're on Facebook. It'd be awesome. Help us boost our profile. and get us out there to the guys. Also, don't forget all our little tags are running through there. If you want to become a member of Discord and reap the benefits of becoming a member, just jump on our Discord, register on our Discord, and you can hang out, chat with all our members, our competition drivers, even the pros, and get involved with our community and have a little bit of fun while we race and compete in other esports as well. But for now, don't forget to join us tomorrow night, 6:30 Australian time, Eastern Standard Time, Sydney time, Greenwich Mean Time +11. Make sure you join us tomorrow night. We're at Jeddah for the Academy F1. It's going to be an amazing night of racing. Don't forget to join us. But until tomorrow night, I've been Sinner Phoenix. This has been the Pro Series on Split Second F1. Split Second Media. And until we see you tomorrow night, keep on gaming.